Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, student. Today I'm going to solve the IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2, October-November 2023, Variant 2. Now, before starting the paper, I request you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Question number 1, write 24.07839 correct to 2 decimal place. You see here this value is 5 decimal place value. Now we have to convert into 2 decimal place value. You see here this 7 digit is the 2 decimal place value last digit. Now we see the neighboring digit of 7. You see here this is the 8 and this value is more than 5. Therefore, we add 1 in the last digit of the 2 decimal place value. When we add 1, we get 24.08 and this is the 2 decimal place value and this is the answer. Now we write here is the next part B, correct to nearest 10, and the nearest 10 we write this value 24.07839. You see here this is the unit digit and this is the 10 digit. Therefore, we have to write the number correct to nearest 10. You see here the neighboring digit of nearest 10 is less than 5. Therefore, we can write this value is 2 as it is and we write 0 as a placeholder and 20 will be the answer. Like question number 2, write down the number that is 9 greater than minus 23. It means that in the minus 23 we will add 9. Therefore, we can write this minus 23 plus 9, that will be equal to minus 14 and this is the answer. Next question number 3, find the value of v when u equal to 30 and a equal to minus 2, t equal to 7. We can write this as the value of u here is 30. We write 30 plus the value of a is minus 2. We write minus 2 into the value of t 7 into 7. We can write 20 minus 14. 30 minus 14 and we can write this plus 16 and this is the answer. The value of v is 16 is the answer. Next question number 4, change 62,000 millimeter into kilometer. You see here kilometer into meter. When we convert kilometer into meter, we multiply by 1,000 and then centimeter, we multiply by 100, then we convert into millimeter, we convert centimeter into millimeter, we multiply by 10. Now we have to convert millimeter into kilometer, therefore we will divide this number 62000 divided by 10 into divided by 100 and divided by 1000, this value will be converted into kilometer. Therefore, we can write this value as 30 will be cancelled. Now 62 over 1000 and this value equal to 0.062 kilometer. This is the answer. Question 5, the diagram shows two intersecting lines crossing two parallel lines. Find the value of x. You see here the angle between the parallel line and the intersecting line. We name it as A. This angle A will be equal to 50 degree. The reason is that the vertical opposite angle always equal. Therefore, we write vertical opposite angle equal. Now you see here the angle between second intersecting line and parallel line is equal to a plus x, and this angle will be equal to 114 because the alternate angles always equal in parallel lines. Therefore, we write the alternate angle equal in parallel between parallel lines. Now we can write here is 50 plus x equal to 114. Therefore, x will be equal to 114 minus 50, and this will be equal to 64. and 64 degree is the answer. Question number 6, part A, explain why 111 is not a prime number because it has more than two factor. You see here 111 is divisible by 3 and we can write 337 times 3 is 111. Therefore, this is not a prime number because it has more than two factor 1, 3, 37 and 111. Next part B, find the prime number between 110 and 120. And this is the number 113. And it has only two factors. This is the prime number and this is the answer. Question 7, find the bearing of Q from P. Before calculating the bearing of Q from P, we draw the direction line here. You see here these are the direction lines and this is the east and you see here this is west. Now you can see here this angle will be the 39 degree because this is the alternate angle. Alternate angle always equal. Now you see here the bearing of Q from P, it is the angle in anti-clockwise direction from the north at P towards P. This angle will be the bearing of Q from P. Now you see here this total angle here is 270. This is total angle is 270. Therefore, we can write 270 minus 39. This angle will be equal to the bearing of Q from P. Now you see here we can 270 minus 239, that's equal to 231, and this is the bearing of Q from P. Question 8, without using a calculator, work out 3 1 over 8 minus 1 3 over 4. Now we can write this as 3 1 over 8 minus 1 3 over 4. We convert into improper fraction, therefore that will be equal to 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1 25 over 8 minus 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 7 over 4. We make the denominator same. You see here we multiply this second fraction by 2. Therefore this value become 14 over 8 and the 25 is 8 is written as it is. Therefore, when the denominator becomes same, we can subtract the numerator 25 minus 14 over 8. This value will be equal to 11 over 8. We convert into mixed fraction. 8 times 1 is 8 and 3 is the remainder. We write in the numerator and 8 is written as a denominator. And this is the answer. Question 9, write 90 as a product of its prime factor. Now we can write it as 90. This is divisible by 2. You can write 2 times 45 is 90. Next 45 is divisible by 3. Therefore 3 times 15 is 45. And 3 times 5 is 15. And 3 times 5 times 1 is 5. Therefore we can write 90 as 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. This is the 90 as a product of its prime factor, and this is the answer. Question 10, expand and then simplify. Now, firstly, we expand the first expression. We multiply 2 by t, and then we multiply 2 by w. Now, you can write 2t plus 2w. Next, we multiply 3 to w, that will be equal to 3w, and 3 multiplied by t, that's become minus 3t. Now we simplify it. We add like term 2t minus 3t, that will be equal to minus 1t. 2w plus 3w, this will be equal to 5w, and this is the answer. Now question number 11. The two shapes are mathematically similar. Find the value of h. In the similar figure, the ratio of the corresponding sides always equal. Therefore, we can write it as h over 6.3 will be equal to 5 over 9. And we can write this as h will be equal to 5 over 9 multiplied by 6.3. Now 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 7 is 63, and we write 0.7. When we multiply 5 times 0.7, that's equal to 3.5, and the height will be 3.5, and this is the answer. Part B, the area of smaller shape is 16 centimeters square. Calculate the area of the larger shape. We suppose that the area of the smaller shape is A1, and the area of the larger shape, we name it as A2. The ratio between areas will be equal to square of the corresponding sides of the similar shape. You see here the corresponding sides, we name it as L1 over L2 whole square. Now we can write here is the area of the smaller shape is 16 over the area of the larger shape, we name it as A2. The length of the smaller shape you see here is 5, and the length of larger shape is 9. We write 5 over 9 in whole square. Therefore, we can write it as 16 over A2 equal to 25 over 81, and we cross multiply here, we get 25 into A2, 16 times 81. Now we can write it as A2 will be equal to 16 into 81 divided by 25. You see here 16 multiply 81 divided by 25. This will be equal to 51.84. And this is the answer. Question 12, the diagram shows speed time graph for 60 seconds of a car journey. Find the deceleration of the car in the final 4 seconds. You see here, in the final 4 seconds, the car is decelerating. The deceleration we can calculate in speed time graph by taking the gradient of this straight line. The gradient of this straight line will be equal to the vertical length over horizontal length. The vertical length you see here is 10 meter per second, and the horizontal length here is 4 unit. Now we write here is 4 second. Therefore, this value will be equal to 2.5 meter per second square, and this is the answer. Part B, find the total distance traveled during the 16 seconds. We can calculate the distance in speed time graph by taking the area under this graph. You see here, this is the trapezium shape. Therefore, the area, the distance will be equal to, total distance will be equal to area of this graph. The area of graph here is trapezium. Therefore, the area of trapezium, the formula of area of trapezium will be equal to 1 over 2 sum of parallel sides. Suppose the parallel side here is A and B into height. You see here the parallel side here is 0 to 16. Length is 16. The length of B is 0 to 12. You see here this length equal to 12. Now height, you see here the height is 10. We write is height is 10, and 16 plus 12 is 28 into 10 divided by 2. That will be equal to 14 into 10. That's equal to 140 meter, and this is the distance traveled during the 60 seconds. This is the answer. Question number 13, part A, 3 power 3p multiply 3 power 2p equal to 729. Now you see here the both values have same base. Therefore, when we multiply values having same base, we will add the power. Therefore, we can write 3 power p plus 2p, we can write it as, and the 729, we can factorize this value. 729, this value is divisible by 3. Therefore, we can write 3 times 2 is 6. 1 will be carried. Therefore, 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. Next, we can write 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. And next we can write 3 times 27 is 81, 3 times 9 is 27, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 1. Therefore, we can write this is 3 power 6. You see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can write 3 power 6. Now, these both values have same basis. Therefore, we can write 3p plus 2p, that will be equal to 5p will be equal to 6, and p will be equal to 6 over 5, and this value will be equal to 1.2. Therefore, 1.2 is the answer. Part B, 32 into x power 10 whole power 1 over 5. We can write this 32 is 2 power 5 and x is power 10 whole power 1 over 5. Now we expand this, we can expand 2 power 5 into 1 over 5 and x power 10 into 10 into 1 over 5, and this 5 will be cancelled. 5 times 2 is 10. We can write it as 2x square, and this is the answer. Question number 14, y equal to 2wx square minus x. Rearrange the formulas to make w the subject. Now you see here we have to make the subject w. Therefore, we shift the other value from right to left side. Therefore, we can write y plus x equal to 2w square. Now we shift 2 from right to left side. We divide this value on both sides. We get y plus x over 2, that's equal to w square. Now the w will be equal to, if we take the square on square root on both sides, we get x plus y over 2 square root plus minus, and this will be the answer, plus minus x plus y over 2. Question number 15, part A. On the Venn diagram, shade the region P union Q dash. You see here, this is the region P, and we mark with the red color. You see here, this is the region P, and the region Q dash will be the region other than Q. You see here, this region Q dash, we mark it by green color. Now, we will shade the region where at least one tick is present. You see here, this is the region we will shade. This is outside region, and this region of P also, and the only Q region we will not shade, and this is the shaded region, and this is the answer. Now the part B, n of universal set equal to 20, n of A union B dash equal to 1, n of A equal to 12, n of B equal to 10. You see here the A union B dash is outside region, therefore this is the number of element of A union B dash is 1. Next is the region common between A and B. This region we name it as n of A intersection B. We suppose that that is equal to x. Therefore, we write here is x. Next is the number of element. Here is x. Next is the in this region. In this region, the n of A is 12. Therefore, this number, the number of element will be 12 minus x in this region. And only B region, the number of element will be 10 minus x. Now we add all these value, we get 1 plus 12 minus x plus x plus 10 minus x equal to 20. Therefore, this will be equal to 23 minus x equal to 20. Now we can write it as x equal to 23 minus 20, and this will be equal to 3. Therefore, we write here is x is 3, and 10 minus x will be 10 minus 3, and this is 7. And this 10 minus 3 will be equal to 9. And this is the solution of part B. Now next is the part 6, question number 16. Find the lowest common multiple of 12x power 8 and 8x power 12. We can write 12x power 8, we can write it as 2 into 2 into 3 into x power 8. And next is 8 x power 12, we can write it as 2 into 2 into 2 into x power 12, and this will be 2 power 3 into, 2 power 2 into 3 into x power 8 and 2 into 2 power 3 into x power 12. In the LCM, we will take the highest power of each value. You see here the power 2 power 3 and 2 power 2, the highest power will be 2 power 3, and the 3 power 1 we will write as it is, and x power 8 into x power 12, we will take the highest power of x. Here is x power 12, and this is the LCM. Now we move the next question. Question 17, part A. ABC are points on circle. Angle OBA 28-degree. Find ACB. You see here, AOB is an isosceles triangle because angle length AO equal to OB. We can write OA equal to OB because these are radius. Therefore, the angle on base will be equal to 28-degree because the angle on base will be equal. We write because angle on base always equal. Now in the triangle AOB, the angle 28 plus 28 plus angle AOB will be equal to 180 because sum of interior angle of triangle. So we can write sum of interior angle. Therefore, AOB will be equal to 180 minus 28 minus 28. That will be equal to 160, 180 minus 56. This will be equal to 124. And this here is this angle is 124. You see here the angle at center from the chord AB is 124. The angle by this same chord on circumference will be the half of this angle. We can write the angle ACB equal to angle AOB over 2, and this value will be 124 over 2. This is equal to 62. We can write angle at center is 2 times to angle at circumference, and this is the answer of angle ACB is 62-degree. Next, the part B. In the part B, PQ are points on the circle. TU is the tangent to the circle at P. TP are 47-degree and angle PRQ equal to 52-degree. Find angle RPQ. Now this angle RPQ, we name it as X degree. Now you see here the angle QPU. Angle QPU is equal to 52-degree because the angle on alternate segments always equal. We write angle on alternate segment always equal. Therefore, this angle will be 52-degree. Now for the angle 47 plus x plus 52-degree will be equal to 180 because the sum of adjacent angle on straight line. We write here is sum of adjacent angles on straight line. Therefore, we can write it as x plus 99 equal to 180. Therefore, x will be equal to 180 minus 99, and this will be equal to 81, and this is the angle RPQ, and this is the answer. Question 18, a solid cylinder has radius 5 centimeter, height 8 centimeter, calculate the total surface area of cylinder. Now the total surface area of cylinder, the formula of this equal to 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square. Now here is the 2 pi is a common, that will be equal to RH plus R square. Now we can write 2 pi into R, here is 5, height is 8, 5 times 8 plus 5 square. Now we can write as 5 times 8 is 40, 40 plus 25. This will be equal to 2 pi multiplied by 65. And 65 times 2 will be equal to 130 pi. We can calculate it. 130 multiply 3.142. This will be equal to 408.46. And we can write it as 408 centimeter square in 3 SF value. Question 19. Find the nth term of each sequence. Part A, 11, 8, 5, 2 minus 1. Firstly, we see the difference between each term. This is 8 minus 11 is minus 3, 5 minus 8 is minus 3, and next is minus 3. Therefore, this is the linear sequence, and we get each term by adding minus 3. Therefore, the nth term of the sequence equal to an plus b. A is the term rule value. Here is the term rule value. Here is minus 3. We write minus 3n plus b. B we can get take the difference between the term rule value and the first term. You see here the term first term is 11 minus the term rule value is minus 3. We can get 11 minus minus 3 is 14. Therefore, the nth term will be equal to minus 3n plus 14. And this is the nth term. Next, the sequence B, 1, 5, 25, 125, 625. You see here, this value 1 is, we can write 5 power 0. This is 5 power 1. This is 5 power 2. And the next term is 5 power 3. And next is 5 power 2, 4. You see here, this is the first term, and this is second, and this is third term value. Therefore, we can write in the form of n 5 power 1 minus 1. This is 5 power 2 minus 1. The next term we can write 5 power 3 minus 1. Therefore, the nth term value we can write n minus 1. Therefore, this is the nth term value. Question 20, the area of rectangle is 55.2 centimeter square. We write this value here is 55.2 centimeter square. Here is the accuracy correct to 1 decimal place. Therefore, the error will be equal to 0.1 over 2, and this value will be equal to 0.05. Therefore, we can write area 55.2 plus minus 0.05 centimeter square. Next is the length. Here is 9 centimeter. The correct to nearest centimeter. Therefore, the error will be equal to 1 over 2. That will be equal to 0.5. We write 0 plus minus 0.5. Calculate the upper bound value of the width. The width value will be equal to area divided by length, because the length area is equal to length multiplied by width. Now the upper bound value of the width will be equal to area value of upper bound value of area divided by lower bound value of the length. Now area, upper bound value of area will be equal to 55.2 plus 0.05 divided by 9 minus 0.5. We can write it as 55.25 divided by 8.5. Now this value will be equal to 6.5 centimeter, and this is the answer. Question 21, the line y equal to x plus 1 intersects the curve y equal to x squared plus x minus 3 at 2 points. Find the coordinates of 2 points. The coordinates of 2 points, we can get these 2 points if we solve these two equations simultaneously. Therefore, we can write y equal to x plus 1, and here is y, the curve equation y equal to x squared plus x minus 3. We name it as equation 1, this is equation 2. We equalize this, therefore this y here is x plus 1, and this y is x squared plus x minus 3. We can write this value x squared plus x minus 3 minus 1 equal to 0. We shift all x plus 1 from left to right side. Therefore, this plus x become minus x plus 1 become minus 3. Now we can write it as x squared minus 4. And x squared minus 4 equal to 0. This will be, we can write this x plus 2 into x minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 2 equal to 0, or x minus 2 equal to 0, and this value equal to x minus 2, or x equal to 2. Now we put the value in equation 1 to get the value of y. We substitute value of x in equation 1. We get y equal to x plus 1. This will be equal to y equal to minus 2 plus 1. This will be equal to minus 1. And when we put a y value of x equal to 2 in this equation, we get 2 plus 1. This will be equal to 3. Therefore, the coordinates of these 2 points where this line and curve intersects will be minus 2, minus 1, and this will be equal to 2 and 3, and this is the answer. Question 22. X is inversely proportional to the square root of w. When w equal to 16, x equal to 3, find x in terms of w. Now, x is inversely proportional to square root of w, that will be equal to x multiplies square root of w, that's equal to a constant value. X is here is 3, and the value of w is 16. Therefore, the k will be equal to square root of 16 is 4 multiplied by 3, and this will be equal to 12. Therefore, the equation becomes x square root w will be equal to 12. Now we can find the value of x in terms of w will be equal to 12 over square root of w, and this is the answer. Next, question number 23. Some student record their reaction time. The table shows the result. On histogram, the height of the block for interval t0 to 6 is 7.5 centimeter. Calculate the height of the block for the interval t6 to 10 second interval. You see here the time interval here is 0 to 6, is a frequency is 8. Therefore, frequency density will be equal to 18 divided by class width. There is class width is 6. Therefore, this is frequency density is 3. In the next interval, the class width is 4. Therefore, frequency density 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now, you see here when the frequency density is 3, the height is 7.5 centimeter. Now we have to calculate the height for the interval 6 to 10 second. The frequency density against this interval is 4. The height will be equal to 7.5 divided by 3 multiplied by 4, and this value will be equal to the 10 centimeter is the height of the height against this interval, and this is the answer. Now the next question of this paper. Question 24, simplify this fraction. This fraction in the numerator expression, we factorize it. You see here, we in the fourth term, we take the common in the first two terms. We take the common, this become x minus 2. And the next two term, the common is minus 1. We can write x minus 2. Our a square minus 1, we factorize this value. You see here, a square minus 1, we can write a plus 1 into a minus 1. We use this identity. A square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b to factorize this denominator. Now we can write this numerator is a minus 1 into x minus 2, and we can write this a plus 1 over a minus 1, and a minus 1 will be cancelled. We get x minus 2 over a plus 1, and this is the answer. Now the next part, question 25, the derivative of 2ax power 7 plus 3x power k is 42x power 6 plus 15x power k minus 1. We write here is 2ax plus 2x power 7 plus 3x power k. We take the derivative. Now when we take the derivative of this d over dx, you see here we can write it as 7 times 2 is 14a, and the power of x becomes 6. Now the derivative of x power k, 3 is written as it is. X power k will be equal to k into x power k minus 1. Therefore, we can write 14 into a into x power 6 plus 3k into x power k minus 1. And this value is equal to d over dx equal to 42x power 6 plus 50x power k minus 1. We compare this value to given value, and therefore we can write x comparing the coefficient of x6. You see here 14ax power 6 equal to 42x power 6, and 3k x power k minus 1 equal to 15 into x power k minus 1. We cancel these x power k minus 1 to x power k minus 1, and we can write 3k equal to 15. Therefore, k will be equal to 15 over 3, that's equal to 5. And next is the x power 6 will be cancelled. We write 14, a will be equal to 42. Therefore, a will be equal to 42. Divided by 14, this will be equal to 3. Therefore, a is 3 and k is 5 is the answer.